always something. All right, so Hashcat works. I just have to spell it correctly. So you can run Hashcat, and it's got a help message. But anyway, to see how it does, let's create a user. So add user is the command to add a new user. I'm going to add a user named Jose and give him a password of PASSWORD and put it in twice. And I don't care about this name and phone number stuff. I'll just say yes. So now there's a user. Now, long ago, computers actually stored passwords in plain text, but they don't anymore. Now they put them in this shadow file. So if you run this, you can see the password hash. And so here you have the name of the user. This is the number showing what type of password hash it's using, and this is type 6, the newest and most secure form. Here's a salt up to the next $sign. Every time you hash a password, it adds some random letters to it before hashing, so that if two users were to use the same password, they would have different hashes. So this is the salt, and all the rest of this stuff is the hash, this long value. And that's a very secure hash. Linux machines use a very secure hash algorithm. You can see it in the login.defs file. The default for Linux machines, like this Debian Linux machine, is SHA-512 and 5,000 rounds, which is very good. The reason it does so many rounds of hashing is to just burden the system, so it's a lot of calculation required to perform a hash, and that slows down attacks, like what we're about to do. So all I have to do is take that line containing the hash and put it in a file, which is what this does. This takes the last line of that file and puts it in crack1.hash, and you can see it here. So now I can crack it. Now, first I'm going to have wget, because this is a brand new server, so it won't have wget yet. And then I can get the dictionary. I'm just going online and getting a sample dictionary that comes with Hashcat. A lot of serious red teamers have favorite dictionaries they like and so on, but this is just a dictionary of fairly ordinary passwords from 0 to Z, and there's 100,000 passwords in here, 128,000 words. So we can now crack the hash with this one command. And what this does is it's going to run Hashcat. Now the -- force is important because Hashcat, a modern password cracking does not happen on simple machines like this cloud server. You make a local Linux install and you put in, or Windows for that matter, and you put in graphics cards that have GPU processing so you can make it really fast. And that's what Hashcat is really designed for. But with -- force, you can force it to run even on a much simpler system with just a CPU and with no graphics card libraries or anything, which is what you get in the cloud. This number is the type of hash you're cracking, and Linux type 6 passwords are 1800, which you can see in the help page. And I'm running the simplest attack where it just uses this dictionary and just tries every word in the dictionary. And this is going to put the output in a file called found1.txt, remove the password hashes it finds from the input file, and this is the input file. So that's just going to try them all, and doesn't like the remove, which is rude, but I can run it without the remove. There we are. So it is trying to do the cracking, and I think I can press enter to see progress. Yep. And so it will tell me status. Yep, I can do S for status. And now it will tell me where it is, and it's guessing 1 out of 1, speed is 382 hashes per second, and on it goes. So I don't think I'll wait for this one because I don't think it'll take long. It should only take a few seconds. But anyway, it will crack this hash. And so you've got some challenges here. You crack this Linux password hash, and then you can get a list of hashes from me, and you'll find them in, there's various ones that are harder and harder to solve. And then you can get some Windows hashes and crack them. And the Windows hashes will be type 1000, I think, instead of that type number there. And what I found works is to just remove everything except the last part of this. to put in the hash. This format is not quite the format it expects Windows hashes to be in, so I just remove everything. The last part is the only part that matters. Windows password hashes have the name of the user and some punctuation marks, and then a really old hash from an old system called LM hashes, which even Microsoft won't use anymore. And then Microsoft's new system dating from 1993, which is literally 1,000,000 times weaker than Linux password hashes. And you'll see you can crack them very fast. So that's Hashcat, another tool you should definitely have in your arsenal.